All right, I'm going to show you how to make an animation like this, where the character runs between two screens and goes to another scene. And I made it loop so he goes back. Step one is we're going to set our pivot size. So I'm going to literally start a new pivot here and show you how to get started. We're going to start with pivot. And we're going to set our background to a specific size. So I'm going to go to Edit Options. And I'm going to set it to 800 by 600. Okay, we're going to make sure that that's set. We're going to say OK. All right, so that's phase one. Phase two, if you want to add a custom character before you get started, you can if you have one, or just use the generic character. I like having a more interesting character, so I'm going to load figure type, and I'm going to pick up my Mr. G color walk character. You can also get this character on, if you go to help, download figure, there's a bunch of figures there. Okay, now to get our backgrounds. I'm going to use a program called Paint.net. You can use any graphics design program that you want. There's not one program that's better than another. I just use Paint.net a lot in my class, so I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to go to File, New. Okay, File, New. File, New. There we go. And I'm going to set the size to 800 by 600. By the way, I hit the Tab key to jump between spaces when I'm entering information. So I'm going to set the size to 800 by 600. I went File, New, and made it 800 by 600. Now, the next step is I'm going to open up any browser, and I'm going to search. And I just put in, what I wrote first was cool beach background. You can do this with any kind of background. But for today, for this example, I'm going to find a couple pictures of a beach. And I'm going to just go to Images. And I like this beach picture, so I'm going to take that. And I'm going to right-click and copy image. Now, if you look at the size here, it's 3,000 by 2,000. So when I copy this image, right-click, copy image. So again, right-click, copy image. And I go back to Paint.net. I'm going to hit Control-V. It is going to say, expand or keep canvas size. I want to keep the canvas size. The reason I'm keeping the canvas size is because I want it to fit in Pivot. So now when I look here, I'm going to use the zoom at the bottom here, and I'm going to zoom out. And you can see how gigantic this picture is compared to my screen size. Hey guys, I need you to be like whisper quiet for a minute. So I'm going to slide this over. People's cell phones going off in the middle of my tutorial. Bruh. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. And now you can see, pause. I need you guys to stop talking. Please, thank you, for the next few minutes. So now, for those of you watching at home in the future, I am in class doing this tutorial and my students are here. And of course, things happen in a real classroom. Okay, we have our background. I've put it in, I've resized it. So now I'm gonna save it. File, Save As, and I'm gonna call this BG1. Okay, and I'm gonna click Save. And it might ask me to replace, that's because I already have one called BG1. Background 1, okay. Now I'm gonna get my next background. I'm gonna find another background. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna copy image. Again, that's right click, copy image. Then I'm gonna go back to Paint.net. If you use Alt Tab, you can jump like a smart person between programs. And I'm gonna press Control V. I'm gonna say keep canvas size. Okay, and I'm gonna zoom back out so I can see the whole thing. I'm just gonna grab this right corner and I'm just gonna drag it so that it's fitting my screen. Then I'm gonna zoom back in so I can just make sure that I got my edges right and it's all basically on the screen. You don't have to get it exactly, and you don't wanna see the old one at all, but like that looks good. And then I'm gonna go Control S is my shortcut, or File, Save, Animation, Save As. And I'm gonna call this BG2. And I'm saving it. I'm just gonna keep it as a PNG. You can also do a JPEG. Save. Yes. Okay. And you can do this for the rest of time. We're just gonna do it with 2 backgrounds for today. So here we go. Let's go back to Pivot, Alt Tab, and I'm gonna open up my Pivot. Now, go to File, Load Background Image. Inside Load Background Image, I'm gonna select BG1. And there's my first background. So I'm gonna start with my character off the screen. I'm gonna have my character walk onto the screen. They're gonna stop for a second, maybe wave. Hey, it's me. And then they're gonna walk off. Now this is not good animation. I'm not proud of it, but that's fine. Now I'm gonna hit the space bar several times when I get off the screen. And then I'm gonna move my character back here because I'm going to put a new background. File, load background image. Now I'm going to load BG2. The reason I put my character over on the left is because when they run off the screen on one side, they're going to come, when you're watching a movie, the character's running from right to left. They always run from the left side of the screen like this. And then they're going to stop, maybe jump up in the air, maybe put their hands up like, hey, I did it, like Rocky. And then I'm going to have them run back off the screen. Again, this is not good animation, but the point is to show you how to do the background. And then spacebar, spacebar, and I'm going to hit play. There's my character. And they've moved between screens. That is how you can have multiple scenes within your animation. Is this the best way to do it? I don't know. There's other ways to do it. And by the way, you can actually build your own custom pivot backgrounds using Pivot. You can actually design them in the figure types. I'm not very good with that. There is also this ability, File, Set Background Color, and you can set some colors and you can do some like customization and make like a cool custom background just using, you know, this stuff. So that's a thing you can also do, but this doesn't really work for what I'm trying to do right now. So I hope that was helpful. I hope this makes more sense in how to create and add backgrounds to your animation. And hopefully people's cell phones are now all turned off. Okay, thanks for watching.